Hey, thanks for stopping by to check in. I'm Jerrel with Sungran if we haven't met yet. And just wanted to thank you for stopping by. I hope you've got your coffee and you're ready for a bit of a chat and a real talk. Here we go. Now, this is soda lime glass. You don't want to pour a hot coffee in here. Soda lime glass doesn't handle hot beverages, so it'll probably shatter. So this is kind of lukewarm room temperature coffee here, so be careful with that. Anyway, just wanted to thank everyone again for another great year of Silver Falls. It's been very exciting. It's our second year of Silver Falls. We got episode Prelude out and Undertakers, and we also got Frontier Fighters Mini out as well today. So it's been a fun year. I wish I could have worked faster, and I wish I could have gotten more games out to you guys this year. But hey, we got some out there, and that's I'm grateful for everyone's support. So, one of the most important things to me about our supporters and the Silver Falls series is that I'm not a big organization. I'm not this massive company. I don't have a board of directors or stakeholders that I answer to, which means that I'll never be in a position where money is more important than uh, the end product that I'm providing to our supporters and our customers, which means my priority is always to make sure that whatever I bring to you guys is as good as it can be, and it's what I want to create, and not something that some committee has told me to create. And on that note, that also means that because I'm not this big organization, I'll never be in a position where I have to lie or paint false facts about what's going on with development and whatnot. And so on that note, I just want to open up to you guys and chat a little bit. And that's to let you know that I've been working so hard on this series for the past 3 years now that I'm I've gotten very burned out on it. And usually, when I work long stretches of demanding work hours, especially with 3 down stars, that was 120 hour weeks the entire way through. And especially towards the end of 2020, and then for most of 2021, I was doing 130-hour weeks. Um, and it wasn't fun, but it's what I had to do to get the games out, to get the updates rolled out, to deal with uh, software problems and whatnot. And we still have some updates coming out for 3 down stars, Undertakers, Galaxy Bound Curse, and Episode Prelude, and Frontier Fighters Mini as well. But that's a little bit later down the track, a little lower priority. But usually, when I work a few months of that sort of work schedule, there is some sort of burnout. People have physical limitations. And usually I take a week off just to rest. I generally don't work that much. And then I sort of relax. I try to keep my mind off work. And then after that, I can sort of, regenerate a little bit. I get my energy back and then I can go back to full-time work. So after I sent out episode Prelude and then I had to do another update for 3 down stars. Uh, it really all that work and that um, the demanding workload and the stress, especially with trying to make Sungrand financially uh, self-sustaining, that just hit me really hard by I would say October of this year, and um, I burned out. And I thought, right, I can take 2 weeks. It's fine. I'll rest, and then I'll be able to get back to my full-time work schedule of 130 hours a week. So I think I took the 2 weeks, end of September, and I think the first week of October. And I thought, yep, 2 weeks, I'll be feeling great. But I got to the end of the 2 weeks, and I was just burned out. I couldn't focus on my work. It was very hard to try to hit, you know, 80, 90-hour weeks. I couldn't even handle that scaled back. And so I took another week off, and I wasn't totally taking time off. I was chipping away at what was very grindy work with Campfire Stories, and that's doing database entry and sort of managing stats for items and things like that in Campfire Stories. And then for our character formatting, I was formatting the graphics for the characters, and that's very I'm not going to say it's easy work, but it's less demanding than, say, for example, coding your battle system, which I had mostly finished for Campfire Stories um, earlier in the year. And so while I wasn't fully taking time off, I was just chipping away at the stuff that was easy and repetitive and boring. Um, it wasn't enough of a rest, and I was really struggling to build up my energy again, and I was a bit worried, I uh, wasn't sure exactly when I would be able to resume my full-time workload. And unfortunately, to get these games done, I do work by myself. I have to put in the hours. I have to put in the work. And if I say I'll only do, 80 or 90 hours a week, that's just not enough. These games will not get done. There's far too much to do, and things will just get lost in the shuffle if you are not intensely focused on this work. I don't have a team supporting me, which means this series requires my full attention. So we are in the first week of December, and I'm feeling much better because I've geared down. I was just chipping away at the small stuff, and I've got that stuff out of the way, And it feels like a huge weight has been lifted because I was looking at this list of dozens and dozens of characters that all needed, uh, very detailed graphics, high resolution stuff, all formatted with physics and all that stuff. And I got that stuff done. I just chiseled away at it, and it's done. And I feel, oh, this is a relief. And now I can sort of get back to the game itself. And so I am feeling a lot better, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be working 130. I'm not sure if I could physically handle that again, because I've pushed myself so hard. I'm going to aim for around 110 hours a week for the foreseeable future until I get these projects done, because we do have Campfire Stories on the table, but we are on a very tight clock now to get our Wii U game done. I have to have that submitted very soon because, again, Nintendo will stop accepting Wii U and 3DS games, and we still have Vicarious Brothers for 3DS and Guardians and Metal Exterminators, which I want on 3DS as well. So I feel that I have recovered from that burnout session, and I just wanted to share that with you because as an adult, unfortunately, I think you're just going to run into moments in your life where it feels like that's what your life is. It's just a never-ending grind, and you're just entirely committed to work. And uh, if you have kids, if you have family members that rely on you, if you're taking care of older family members, you have other requirements, uh, you start to feel uh, buried, like you can't support the weight of all the stuff that's weighing down on you. And I just want to let you know how I've sort of dealt with it. And I don't feel good stepping away from the work that I have to do for Silver Falls. I really don't like just not working on it because, uh, for starters, I know that my livelihood relies entirely on the Silver Falls series. So I have to be able to produce these games. At the moment, I'm finding it extremely difficult to get people to talk about my game. Uh, a couple weeks ago, we had a Twitch streamer play our game, and I'm really grateful for that. And I really hope he and his audience had a great time, just had laughs and enjoyed 3 down stars. So that was very exciting. And for the people that have created YouTube content, I'm so grateful to all of you. So thank you again. I just can't thank you all enough. But it's been a challenge to get bigger uh, game websites and channels to cover it. And unfortunately, that's just something I'm going to have to keep working with. And the way I've sort of dealt with the stress of stepping away a bit from Silver Falls work was to start building musical instruments and play music a bit more. And working with my hands is, I really enjoy that. I love being outside. Uh, I'd love to be out on a ranch, mending fences, looking after animals and taking care of things. And with my Silver Falls work, I'm stuck inside. I'm on a computer, and that's just how it is. And there's something satisfying about working on something with your hands, with building something, and you see uh, something tangible that you can hold and you can give to someone at the end of the day. There's something that it sort of revitalizes you a bit. It gives you a bit of energy and it gives you a sense of accomplishment in a way that game development can't do, because game development's a very slow process and you don't have something tangible in your hand to show for it. And so with building these musical instruments and playing a bit more music, um, in my mind, I'm justifying that because I want to use these instruments in the upcoming soundtracks for Silver Falls. So I justify that, and I think, all right, well, I'm spending this time, and I'm creating something. I'm making this. I'm making that. But at the end of the day, I'll be able to take this thing and I can use it when I'm creating the soundtracks for Silver Falls. So I'm not just wasting time. Uh, this is something that goes towards the series, and I'm playing more music, and it's helps me sort of relax and feel like I can do something other than just sit and work at a computer all the time. Because as I improve myself as a musician, that means that it'll make it easier when I'm in the recording booth, and that means I'll be making less errors when I'm recording the soundtracks for Silver Falls. If I'm a better musician, that means that I'm saving time when I'm recording, and so there will be more live instruments, in terms of guitar, violin, banjo, mandolin, slide, lap steel, that sort of thing when I'm recording for Silver Falls. So there'll be more of a blend between the uh, synthesized and electronic instruments that we have in sort for Three Down Stars. I'll be blending that more with uh, live instruments for the upcoming soundtracks, which is something that I had intended from the very beginning. But each particular uh, game in the Silver Falls series, I've planned out what sort of soundtrack that I would like for that. And I would like them all to have a sort of an individual sound to them. For Campfire Stories, it will be largely acoustic. There will be minimal synthesized and electronic instruments. That's mainly because I want to keep reinforce the theme of sitting around a campfire with your friends and your family, and someone sitting there with a guitar, and a soundtrack where I can play mostly live instruments really fits that. And it's something that I hope people, when they boot up the game, because the game is designed for you to just sit down, chill, relax. If you had a long work day, maybe you just want to run around and jump on some platforms and, punch up some skeletons or something, And I hope that I can create some music for Campfire Stories that people can listen to, you know. Sometimes I have people message me and they'll say, I like opening um, the soundtrack uh, room in Three Down Stars and just listening to some of the tracks. And they'll say, oh, I like, entering a scene and just pausing it, listening to the music. And I love doing that in my games as well. When I was younger, I used to play Final Fantasy VII. And wherever I was, sometimes I would just, fly over to Cosmo Canyon and I would sit and I would just listen to the soundtrack, so I get it. And sometimes, I'll turn on a Pokemon game, I'll enter the Pokemon Center, and it's just kind of, yeah, relax to the Pokemon Center theme for a while. So, I understand the importance of music and what it means to the player, not just as a player, but as a person, because sometimes you just want to hear a relaxing piece of music. And it's not just about the music, it's sort of the vibe that it sets, and you attach it to the game that you play, and you have you know a lot of memories built up as you play a game, and you enjoy it a certain way, and the music sort of helps you enjoy and sort of remember all the excitement that you have playing a game, or the feeling that you have playing a game. And so the soundtrack is something that I want to spend more time on so that people can really enjoy that. Um, and that's sort of what I've been working on. I am hoping to actually do a few more Heavy Shadow chapters this month. So uh, I might have one by the end of this week. So by Friday, hopefully, I'll be able to share another chapter with everyone. And again, it may not be regular uh, because I do absolutely need to focus on finishing Campfire Stories and Wii U, but I'm hoping to have at least two chapters out by Christmas. And that's just a way to help people keep enjoying Silver Falls. Because unfortunately, again, I couldn't get something out for October, even a small free promo thing just to enjoy the series and the characters and the setting. And I couldn't get something out for Christmas. Unfortunately, again, I was just burned out a bit too much this year, so I couldn't get something out in time. And I do apologize for that. I know that people message me from time to time, and they're excited for the next Silver Falls things that's coming out. But I am working hard on getting the next game out and ready, and hopefully I'll have some Heavy Shadow chapters out for you as well. And I'm looking to wrap up Campfire Stories this month. I've really built up my energy again. I'm back to working full time on Campfire Stories, so I'm looking at finishing that up. I'll just have another sip of coffee here. So again, I thank you for checking in. That's our real talk for now. But hey, I'll check in again in a couple days, and hopefully we'll have some fun things to talk about. We can talk more about the characters, the series, and the story, and what's going on with development. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can DM, you can comment down below. I always enjoy hearing from everyone. I'm always happy to chat about other games as well. As many of you know, I'm happy to chat in DMs about games that have come out recently and what's exciting about them. So um, thanks very much for everything. Silver Falls couldn't exist without all of you supporting it. And I hope you all have a great holiday season, but I'll check in again soon. So you take care of yourselves, spend time with your loved ones, your friends, and your family, and you be safe out there. The roads can be very slippery when it's snowing, and just be safe and enjoy. Take care. We'll see you again soon.